We're having great technical difficulties, but I think everything's working now. I'm Leon Thomas, the host of Real Thoughts and Conversations, the show where we talk about things that others won't talk about or things that others are afraid to talk about, those things that maybe not politically correct or may offend people. We talk about it right here on Real Thoughts and Conversations. Let's get ready to talk. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Real Thoughts and Conversation. My name is Leon Thomas. We're here each Wednesday at 7:40 for this show. I'm glad you're here. Be sure to check us out on Mondays for New Biz Buzz, the show where we highlight businesses that are new, unique, something to help society. Our guests for today are Mike Weiner and Ronnie Francois. Mike.
Hi, Leon. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Doing well. And Ronnie, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, good evening. Thank you for having me on your amazing platform. Kudos to you. You're doing an amazing job. So
Mike and Ronnie. Right. Thank you. Mike, why don't you explain how you know Ronnie? How'd y'all?
You know what, Leon? Ronnie and I met about a year and a half ago.
Tell us how you met.
Absolutely. Ronnie and I met about a year and a half ago at the Columbia Hilton in Columbia, Maryland. He came to one of my networking groups. It was my Columbia Twilight group. Been running the company now almost 22 years. And he came to a meeting, sat at the end of the table. And after the meeting, I went up to him. We talked. And we started to develop an amazing friendship. He joined my organization on the spot, and it's just been an amazing friendship and business relationship that Ronnie and I've established.
Now, okay, great. Now, Ronnie, you went to Mike's networking group. It's called Network Referral Group. Mike, we'll talk more about that. And Ronnie, what made you go up to Mike and start talking and want to build a relationship with him? What prompted?
Well, it's funny that you asked because it was a mutual friend of mine who had invited me out to check Mike's organization. At first, I was a little hesitant about going, but she was very persistent about me going to these meetings. So I went, but my intention wasn't to stay. I was going, maybe talk, shake some hand. I was going to go to the bathroom, go to my car. I wasn't going to come back. But then once I got the good energy, the good vibe, the good atmosphere, me and Mike connected, and it's been good ever since then. He's like a brother from a different mother, pretty much.
Now, Mike, you a brother from a different mother. Now, for the two of you to be brothers, different mother. I mean, we got a white guy and a black guy. You guys are friends. You're not. I mean, it's society says you're not supposed to get along. And what? Tell me about the friendship. How did it develop? And tell me some things some of the unique things that have happened in this friendship that y'all have. You called it a brother from another mother. Mike, go ahead. You're first.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with Ronnie. I mean, it is. We're like two brothers from another mother, very similar but different. And Ronnie had a lot of questions after the meeting, and we developed that friendship. And he joined NRG, and we started to get him referrals, and I could see his confidence just going through the roof. And I had triple bypass about 18 months ago, and Ronnie was at the hospital, and we were singing some Bee Gees because I love disco music, and we just created a friendship. We just see we're friends. None of the other stuff society can shove it somewhere. It doesn't matter. Ronnie likes me. I like him. We get along. We both respect each other, and what we're trying to do is, as far as impacting and empowering people, we've had a connection since day one. And I agree with Ronnie, two brothers from another mother. I know we look a little bit different. I got a little bit more hair, but that's okay. Ronnie's gotten used to that. It's okay.
Yeah, that everybody would look at, right? So Ronnie, tell me, Mike just mentioned that when he was in the hospital having after bypass, you went to visit him. Y'all known each other a year or
Year and a half.
less. Why'd you go to the hospital, Ronnie?
Well, one of the amazing thing about the NRG networking group, which Mike will dive a little bit deeper into it, when you join an organization, your family. And that's what family do. They check up on you, they call you, they text you, they tweet you, say how you doing. And like if my brother or my sister had was in the hospital, I would be there visiting them too. So since Mike is a brother, the main thing to do is be there supporting before and after the surgery. And that's what it's really about. Like I say, he got more hair and I got more beard. That's the biggest difference pretty much.
Great. Now, so Mike, now you're digging into that a little bit and how you've helped Ronnie and how he's helped others. So you've been had this networking group for 20 some years. Actually, that's how you and I. Tell us a little bit about your company, and then go into how you mentioned Ronnie came to a meeting and things you've done to help each other in this group.
Yeah, you know what? I started the company January of 2001. Had it for 22 years. Our goal was to help companies grow through referrals. When the pandemic hit, March 2020, we pivoted. We went to Zoom. Ronnie had expressed an interest, Leon, and for the listening audience, that he wanted to do more with NRG. He wanted to be able to help out more. And, I've tutored him and mentored him and helped get his confidence where it really needed to go. And it's just been an amazing ride. We're all here to help each other. Ronnie's extremely coachable. He's like, you know what? I don't know networking the way you do. And I mean, I've studied the craft of networking for years. It's, when you find your passion, you never work another day. And that's where I'm at. And Ronnie was open. He wanted to be more. He wanted to do more. And he'll tell you, when I was in the hospital, he saw me still working. He's like, oh my God, I need to step up. And Ronnie became our first expansion director before anyone else. We've got several now, and I knew we'd build a team around Ronnie. And it's been an amazing journey, and we're both authors as well. And we always support each other, and, we're there to help each other grow.
So you go to this networking group, and there's this white Jewish guy leading the group, right? He doesn't look like you, right? And then you go to him and say, please help. So he's helped you, and now you're the expansion director. Tell me what that.
Well, again, like Mike mentioned before, when I went with NRG, my intention wasn't to join, but then, once I became part of the team, I don't know, I just felt the energy, I just felt the urge to do more. Like I'm not a networking guru like Mike is, but I knew that I wanted to do more. I knew I wanted to step up. And even when I saw him in the hospital after he has triple bypass, he's still trying to set up meetings, trying to set up Zooms. I'm like, geez, I'm feeling a little bit lazy. Maybe I could step up. And that encouraged me to do more, wanted me to do more. And then, he eventually made me expansion director. But to be honest with you, I wasn't looking for no position. I wasn't looking for no title. I was just there to serve. I was just doing what needed to be done to help the team, to help the organization grow. So I guess, he saw within me, I mean, that's the thing about great coaches and great leaders. They can see greatness inside, the people that they coach and work with. So he saw them from the beginning, even though I didn't realize it. I was just I was just following my heart, my passion. But he saw it deeper than that. And that's how, I got the role as expansion director.
So now, Mike, when Ronnie says that something in him and you guys helped and you're developing a relationship, tell me, was this because of the diversity director within the org, because you wanted to help a black guy out? I mean, did it have anything to do with race? I mean, people, so much of what companies is race related, but it doesn't sound like this had nothing to do with race, right?
Nah, it had nothing to do with race. What I saw in Ronnie is he wanted to grow. He's hungry. But he's down to earth, and I think that's the thing that I'm very well grounded. And I saw in Ronnie a man that was grounded, was hungry to learn, was coachable. Could have been black, white, Jewish, Christian, Muslim. It doesn't matter. There was just Ronnie and I just connected. We it's like we knew each other in another world, and we've always had that. If we've had issues with a member doing this or that, and we've always been there to back each other and support each other. I just love that he's approachable, he's coachable, he's desiring to do better, and he wants to impact the organization. He's not. He always kids about being lazy, but he's far from lazy. He wants to go impact the world. And as someone, similar, I want to empower. When my days are done on earth, I want to be remembered as someone that impacted the world. I didn't just fill a chair, and just do whatever. And that's what NRG allows me to do. And it was amazing. I just saw these great things in Ronnie, and all I've been able to do is, work with him and bring out the best in Ronnie. And that's what's been cool about it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ronnie, I want you to answer this question first. We had a show a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, and the subject was, is America a race? Now, I don't want you to answer that question. For those that say America is a racist country, it isn't. We have evidence here that folks from different backgrounds can make it. They can get along. They can help you. What suggestions would you have for anyone that's has someone new that they what suggestions would you have for them to help grow that relationship? Ronnie, you go first, and then Mike will hear from you. Jump right in after.
The best thing I would say is, when you turn off the light, we're all the same color. That's the best way I can really explain it. I mean, at the end of the day, if we all search deep enough within ourselves, we can find something that we don't like about anybody that we come across. That's just being realistic, But we have to get to a point. It's a maturity level. It's a mindset that we have to get to. Like, hey, look, you might be a different color, you might talk a different language, but there's some things that we have in common. Let's focus on the thing we have in common versus things that we don't have in common. Like when me and Mike, we talk, we joke. I don't think we have never said like one thing about each other that we didn't like. It was always like, hey, I like this about you, doing that. We always empower, encouraging each other. I think that's what it's really about. Um, just look for the positive, look for the goodness in people versus negative things. Because like with me, like when I get up every day, one thing that really helped me out is I'm always waking up with a gratitude. What can I be grateful for? How can I make a positive impact in people's lives? So, whether somebody black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, I don't look at the colors. I'm like, hey, what can I do to make your life better? How can I put some positive energy into you to help you? And then every now and then, a total stranger, someone I don't know, will do the same thing for me. And that's how me and Mike roll. We call each other brother. Sometimes when we talk, we say, hey, I love you, man. I mean, that's just how it works. You turn off the light, we're all the same color.
So to answer your question, Leon,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say the country is racist. I would say people in everything, whether they're an American or they run a mortgage company or real estate or whatever, you always have bad people in every industry in every country. But it's people, if Ronnie and I, we just look at everybody um, the same. And I know a buddy of mine said, if you look at a skeleton of a white man, a black man, a woman, a Jewish guy, a Muslim, whatever, it's all the same. And, when it's all said and done, I'm here to impact people. My law of attraction studying supersedes everything. How do I serve? How do I impact people? How do I help people? And that's what really guides me in my decisions. And if there's someone I don't get along with, that's okay. Not everyone's going to love Mike Weiner. I'm not going to love everybody. Leon, I can't find a fault in you. You and I go back 20 some years, man, we've talked about family stuff and personal, and we've become great friends as well. And that goes back 2 decades. But you know what? There's people that make all kinds of decisions. What I would encourage people to do is look deep down in yourself. What do you want to do in this world? How do you want to impact the world? Not everyone wants to. Some people just want to go to work, get a paycheck, go home, and watch The Simpsons. That's not Ronnie and I. We're motivated. We're desired. We want to go help people grow. And you know what? We're only here one time. And my law of attraction is really big on helping and impacting. And I always see the best in people until they give me a reason not to. I'm very trusting. I know people go, it's crazy, but innocent until proven guilty was the old slogan. And I love everybody until they really screw up.
Right. Now, Ronnie, I like something that you said. You said if we look hard enough, we can find something we don't like about everybody. If we look hard enough, and sometimes we look when we really shouldn't. Like you just said, take everybody as they are until you give me a reason not to. Now, Ronnie, we talked some about Mike's business network. Let's do this in the last minute that we have. Ronnie, tell everybody what you do and how they can find
Well,
you.
again, my name is Ronnie Francois, the Credit Hero. I basically help people with less than perfect credit. And I even have a book out with me and Mike. We, co-authors in a book. It's called Break the Cycle. You don't have to live with bad credit. Because as a young man, when I was younger, my parents didn't teach me about credit. But once I got the knowledge and the tools, I wanted to break the cycle, break the generational curse and teach my kids about credit. Basically, I just help people less than perfect credit, educate them and give them the tools and the knowledge so they can pass it down to the next generation.
Mm-hmm. And how can someone get in touch with you?
They can go www.ronniefrancois.com, or they can even Google me. I'm Google now. Ronnie Francois Credit Hero, or they can call me 443-738-5529.
All right, great. Thank you. And Mike, give us another 15 seconds or so about NRG and how folks you.
I appreciate that, Leon. So you can go to the website, nrg.online. You can reach me on my cell, 443-756-9656. I'm all over LinkedIn, all over Facebook. We have about 40 weekly meetings right now. We've tripled the organization since the pandemic. And, I'd love to talk with you if you're just starting a business or you've been around for a while and you're looking to grow to the next level. And I do want to, Ronnie, I know both want to thank Leon for having us on. It's been really looking forward to this. And it's been a lot of fun. And you know what? Reach out to Ronnie, reach out to me. We're all similar in how we help everybody. And we'd love the opportunity to work with you, get to know you, and impact you, make a difference in the world. Because we need difference makers right now. We don't need the old stoic. We need some people to go and not talk the talk, but walk the walk.
Right on. Ronnie, Mike, thank you both for being here on Real Thoughts and Conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leon. You're the
Folks,
best.
I'm Leon Thomas. Thanks for watching Conversations. We're here every Wednesday. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great
Thank you.
night.
Thank you.